As you know by now, we can bring meshes inside Substance Painter with the division of different texture sets. But what if you want to apply an overall effect, like an overall dust effect on the whole mesh? So that you can do with the help of position. If you remember in the beginnings of the lessons, on the first few lessons, I told you about keeping your position to the full scene. So in this lesson number 23, we will learn how we can apply a whole effect on the whole mesh using the position and full scene.
Oh my God!
In lesson 23, we'll learn how to apply an effect on the whole object. As you know, this television is divided into different sets, okay? But if I want to apply an effect which covers the whole objects, how we can do that? Suppose I want an effect that there is a dust and that dust is covering the whole television. So how to do that? So if you remember in the beginning of the class when we were doing the texture baking, let me take you in the past. So we went in the position and we kept the position to full scene, because if you will keep the position to full scene, what will happen is that it will give you a like a option to create an effect which can apply on all the sets at the same time. Okay, so I hope that part is clear. So let me cancel this. Okay, so let's start with that. Let me go to my middle casing here, so that's the toppest part we can work on. Okay, now what I will do is that I will make a fill layer, and then this fill layer I will rename it to dust. After that, here I will only activate color, roughness, and metal. So I will unhide this one, these two. So these are the one that will be over here. Now what I will do is that so here I will take my roughness and I will increase it way up, like completely high, or a little bit like closer to high. Okay, metalness I will keep it 0. So what it will do is, because for the dust we will have a very low value of the color, so the low metallic value will it will help us to create a good PBR. It will not look very metallic, or it will not create any artifact. So for the safe side I will turn this to a completely 0. Okay, so now what we will do is that as we have this dust layer and we have set up this, we already have set it up, the roughness and the metallic. Now I will go to the base color and I will change the base color to something which is closer to sand. So I think something like this. This will work. Yeah, like for now it's fine. Later on we can change. Okay. So once we have this sand color, what we will do is that we will right click here. We'll go to add black mask, or what we can do, we can simply go in the mask and create a black mask. Now what I will do here is that I will just right click here on the dust. After doing that, I will add a generator here. Okay, and once the generator is here, I will go inside the generator and I will look for position. Okay, so position will help us to bring things to the other like different parts. So here is the position. I will click on the position here. Now you can see that it is now kind of applying this using a different kind of rough like you can say like a material over here. Okay, and how that map, or you can say mask, looks like, if I'll press Alt on my keyboard and I will go to the dust, click here, so you can see that it kind of look like this. White is here and then gradually it is becoming black. Okay, so if I'll go back here, so you can see that there is more dusty color over here and there is less dusty color over here. Okay, so this is what the position part will like usually do. Okay, so how we can adjust that? To adjust that, what you can do, we can go back to our mask and then go to position, and then we have position gradient options. If I will go here, you can see that. Let me press Alt and click here so we can see the result clearly more. Uh, Here I have like top and bottom. So if I will drag this top and the bottom, you can see that it's going from top to bottom. Then we have back and forth, front and back. So it will go back and forth. So I don't want that. Right to left, it will move from right to left, which I don't want. I think top and bottom is the best one that we are using, which is I think at this stage, let me keep it a little bit lesser here, because again we have brightness here. So and we can increase or decrease the brightness. I don't want to do that, but contrast, surely I can increase or decrease up to you what you want to do. Balance, you can decrease or decrease something like this. Also you can do some kind of changes. So I will do some changes more here because this I don't think looks that good. So what I will do here is that I will go to my top to bottom, change this one a little bit more. Okay, and then what I will do here is that I will play with the balance here. Okay, and I think let's leave it that way. Okay, and a little bit here. I can change the contrast, balance a bit. Okay, and now I'm getting there. Now it's getting better. Okay, increase this one a bit, not too much. Yeah, and something like this. So I think this is what I'm looking for. But on the top, it looks kind of a lot of it's very bright on the top. It's too white, so the result will be a little harsh. So let's make it 0.6. No, 0.5. Let's make it 0.4. No, let's make it 0.55. No, 0.51 or 0.505. Yes, 0.505 is fine with me. So I have this, but now this one is on the like it's have reached on the top. I have to bring this down a little bit, so I will have to increase this a little bit more, or let me do one thing. Let me increase the contrast to bring it down, or decrease the contrast to bring it down. Okay, now I think this is what I'm looking for. Okay, so kind of we are done with this part. Okay, but it's just very solid. It's very smooth. So I want some variation to it. So what I will do here is that I will right click here and add a fill. Okay, inside the fill, I will go to the grayscale. Okay, and I will add here like a grunge map, something like here, grunge and roughness. I think grunge rough. Which one is the, okay? Yeah, this looks good. This looks good. Grunge rough cast. So I will use this one. Okay, this is kind of good over here. Okay, now for the safe side, what I will do is that instead of UV projection, I will change it to triplanar, so there is no seam error. Okay, but it's covering the whole thing right now, the one that I created in the position. So what I will do, I will go in the blending mode of this crunch map and change this to multiply. Yeah, now it's better. Okay, okay, so now let's see how it looks like. So we'll go out of this mask mode to actual color, and you can see now, yes, look at this. It's kind of giving a color dust all over here. So we can now change, we can do much more changes now so that we can see the actual result. Okay, let's try now. Now we can get a better picture here. So balance, okay, contrast, Okay. Let's try with the brightness. I think brightness is fine in this case. Okay, and top to bottom, let's see. Okay, no, I don't want to change the top to bottom. And what else we have here? We have global blur. Let's change the global blur sort of thing. Global balance. Okay, yes. Global contrast. No, I don't want to change the global contrast here. Okay, and I think this quite looks good. But let's go to the grunge and try to change the grunge as well here. So if I will change the balance, it will be fine. Contrast, no. I think balance will be fine. Brush pattern, no, that's not that good. Okay, and what if I will change the size of it to 2 or maybe little lesser? No, I think 1 is fine. Okay, and then hardness, let's make it a little soft. No, nothing is happening here. So let me reduce the opacity of it so I can see how the result will look like. Yeah, it kind of looks fine. Okay, but I think I feel like this grunge map is quite very harsh. Like it doesn't look like a sandy sort of thing. It's very high contrasting, and like there are a lot of holes inside it. Let me do one thing. Let me keep the opacity 100, and then I will change this one to this grunge rough dirty, the one that we used before. Yep, yes. Now this looks good. This looks good. Okay, let me change this balance a little bit more. Okay, and what about contrast? Contrast, I don't want to change. Balance, I think is working fine. There's a little bit balance here. Okay, so this looks quite better. Okay, if I will go to the position, I can now change the position as well. Some stuff from the position. Okay, contrast so that it can go a little bit down. Let's unchange the brightness back to 0. Okay, and let's see what it do with this. I will keep it this way. Okay, now this looks cool. This looks good. Okay, so one last change is let's try this. Let's try to increase a little bit contrast, not too much. Something like this, I think. Okay, and let's try this scale this time because this is a like a bigger scale option. So that's why I will go to scale and press type 2 over here. Okay, yep, kind of looks good. Okay, looks good, very good. Let's do one last touch up here. Let's decrease this contrast a little bit and balance a little bit. Yep. I don't want to do this forever, so let's do this for the last time. I think it's fine. Now I don't want to play with this anymore. So this looks good. Let's do one thing. I promise this is the last one. I promise. Because it's not coming down all the way, so I have to go in the position, and I will try to adjust this contrast here. Okay, this brightness over here. Now I think it's fine. Okay, now it's only in the middle casing. So what I will do here is that I can go here. Let me minimize this and our dust layer that we created, and then what we can do is that we can do instantiate across texture sets. What it will do is that it will move only from like it will move from this texture set, and it can go to the other part. So I will click here, instantiate across the texture sets, and what I will do is that I will select all of them. They all are selected. By you don't have to do anything, and then what you will do is that you will just press OK. As soon you will do that, it will apply on the whole thing, and you can see that, oh my god, there is a lot of dust on our television. Kind of look very oldish sort of thing. So cool, right? This like kind of something which we usually see in older houses. So yeah, good. But one thing that is really cool about this is that if I will change something here, like suppose if I will go inside this folder, okay, or you can see, you can say if I will change this to screen or something, okay, and then if I will lower down the opacity, it will change for all of them, okay. So like if I'm here, you can see that if I'm changing opacity, it's changing for all of them. So you can do some kind of changes, and then you can have this one in front of you, okay. So if you click on this icon, this icon takes you to layer instance hierarchy, and it will tell you, like it will show you that how it is working on. You have this on the TV middle casing, and then it is falling on the other like objects parts. Okay, so this is how you will get a like a kind of whole hierarchy over here, which is uh, like a, you know, for just for the sake of your knowledge, like where is the main key and where is, like where it is coming from. So you can see we have this television looks kind of, you know, the all dusty from the, I don't know, old house, like which was abandoned for like a very long time. Okay, so this is how you can do different kind of stuff here. And one more thing we can do here is that let me uncheck this one, go back here, and then let me press Alt and click here. You can see here that now we have created a mask over here. Now what kind of mask is this? Let me make this smaller, sorry, medium, and let's go to the shelf. You will see here there is smart mask. So we have created a smart mask. So I can right click over here, okay, and I can create a smart mask which can go inside this, and I can use it anytime I want, okay. But let's do one thing. Let's do one more experiment. If it works, if it doesn't work, then it's fine, no regrets. I will take this position and drag over the crunch and change this position to multiply, okay, and this one to normal. So you can see that here. And other thing what we can do here is that if we go to the crunch here, we can invert this one from here, so it will kind of look like this. And here you can see there is a kind of a very broken sort of blending effect. So I think this is I think much more better. If I go here, let's see. Oh yes, this looks much more better than what we had before. Okay, so this is much more better. So now if I want to use this anytime next time, I can just right click here in this mask, okay, and then I can create a smart mask. Once I create it, you can see it's here. I can right click here and I can call it dust fall off, okay, or let me write with the correct spelling, dust fall off, okay. So it will be over here, and we will have the dust fall off on our screen. Okay, now you can see we have this mask, and then we have our layer here. So all these smart masks contains that position values, okay. So you can use them, and then you can, just like what we did here, we can easily instantiate with the other layers, and we can have them on the other parts. Okay, one last thing we can do here is that is you can go to the front part here, and then we can close this one here. Let's keep it clean. You have here dust instance here. Okay, so suppose if you don't want the dust instance on the front side, you can hide it and it will be all on all the other side, but I don't want to do that. What I want here is that I want to create a new layer. Okay, fill layer, and then I want to create a mask here, and I want to call this black mask. Okay, sorry, what I did, undo. All right, and add a black mask. So I have a black mask over here. Okay, or let's do opposite. Let's add a white mask here. Okay, so I have this white mask here, and then or you know what, just make a black mask. Okay, so if I hide it or unhide it, you can see that it's not doing anything because of the black mask. What I can do here is that I can go to my this mask, add a paint. Okay, and inside the paint I can choose my brush here, and I can go to the brush, and then I can use my basic hard brush. Okay, inside the basic hard, I don't want this grayscale. I will go to the alphas and I will type here hand. So I have here very like a lot of handprints. Okay, so you know, something like this kind of handprints we have here, but I don't want this. I want something like I think this is good, or maybe this. Oh, let's see. Let's see which one looks better. Let's try this. Or it's very hard to choose. Uh, let's try this one. Okay, and or okay, come on, let's try this one, or maybe this. No. Let's just do this one. I will take this and I will drop it to alpha. Okay, and if I will go here, increase this. Okay, and if I paint this, so you can see that it is bringing up this uh, white color here. Okay, but I don't want the white color. Basically what I want is the background of like, you know, like nothing, like a minus whatever like there is. So what I can do here is that I can simply check any one of these screens and see which one looks better. Okay, or let's do one thing. Let's delete this one. Let's go here in the dust, and I will add a white mask here. Okay, and inside the white mask I will create this here, and then you can see that I can have a print here, but this print is too light for me because of the detail. Let's take this one and drop it uh, and try with this. Yep, now you can see that. Cool, right? Or let's try this. Oops, what I did. Okay, yeah, or something like this. Okay, or maybe what we can do is that we can take this one and print this one, or maybe which hand is this? This is right hand or left hand? I don't know. So I have to stick to this part. So I think this is better. I will choose make it a little bigger. Okay, and then I will rotate it, and I'll click here. Once I am done with this part, what I can do is that I can take this one, try to match this, okay, reduce the size and drop it. Yeah, fine. So this kind of thing you can also do with have like interesting stuff. Okay, or you can write here footprints. So maybe somebody was kicking this. So let me do one thing. Let me undo this and I will put a footprint on this. Let me put this dark forward. Okay. Or maybe somebody wants to kick this screen. Okay. Yeah. Look. So that's one way to create this kind of thing. So guys, I hope you like this tutorial. If you like this tutorial, please click on uh, the bell icon, and if you have any question, please leave in the comment section. Please subscribe to my channel, click on the bell icon, and please keep on supporting me and sharing my channels to your friends and watch my videos online. And take care. Thank you so much for your support. So we'll meet in the next class, and hopefully the next class will be our last class, and you will be able to work on Substance Painter like a boss.